Hello everyone, welcome to School Math Simplified. So we are going to start chapter number 4, that is quadrilaterals. Okay, so in this chapter we will study the interesting types of four-sided figures and solve problems based on them. So you are already known to these figures. Earlier in the classes 6th and 7th, you have learned about polygons and its types, right? So it's one of a kind. So quadrilateral is derived from a Latin word which means four sides. So a polygon which is of four sides, that is called quadrilateral. Okay, so it is four-sided figure about which we will discuss in this chapter. So you can see a few examples are given here. Observe the following figures. And now the figures 1, 2 and 3 are quadrilateral but others are not. See, please look at here. Just find the difference between them. The figure 1, 2 and 3 are known as quadrilateral, but these are not including in this category. The reason behind this is only the line segments. The figure which consists of the four-sided figure consists of line segments that is only included under the category of quadrilateral, and because there is one side which is curvy and there are two sides which are curvy, so they are not considered under the category of quadrilaterals. Fine, so they are not included. Now moving to the next part, that is the angles of the quadrilateral are the angles between its sides, and they can be shown in the 1, 2 and 3 figure. And how we can show them here, just look at here. Here the angles means which are meant to be aligned between two arms, right? I have a quadrilateral here. These are four arms, right? So when two adjacent arms are meeting at a point, they form a angle there. So there are four angles in every figure. Four angles. There are also four angles. Yeah? These are called the angles of the figure. And we'll start the most familiar quadrilaterals, rectangle and square. You are familiar with these figures, so we will discuss about now. We will know more about rectangles and squares, right? So we are first starting with rectangles here. Rectangle is a kind of quadrilateral जिसमें सारे angles 90 degree के होते हैं and opposite sides are of equal length It is a rectangle and it is having four sides and the opposite sides are of equal length. Okay? Opposite sides are of equal length and all the angles are of 90 degrees. All the angles are of 90 degrees. See, this is the basic property of a rectangle as a quadrilateral. So the definition precisely states the conditions of quadrilateral has to satisfy to be called as a rectangle. So are there any other ways to define a rectangle? So this is very interesting question. That means क्या कोई और reasons भी है कि हम find out कर सकेंगे कि given quadrilateral rectangle है कि नहीं, right? So let's consider the following problem related the construction of rectangle. Just here, look at here. There's a carpenter's problem. Carpenter's problem. So there's a carpenter needs to put together two thin strips of wood. Okay, as you can see in this figure. Look at here. So that when a thread is passed through their end points. So end points are these, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the endpoints. When a thread passes through with these 4 points, it forms a rectangle, right? So she already has one 8 centimeter long strip. तब उनके पास एक wooden strip थी 8 centimeter long. So what should be the length of the other strip? This is a question number 1. Not curious to know this, right? So this is important. What should be the length of other? And where should they both be joined? This is the second most important question asked. Okay. So we'll do this activity. We'll do this, definition. We use some definitions to find out these answers. Okay. So let us first model the structure that the carpenter has to make. So the structure, what's the structure is? This is the structure. The carpenter has to make the structure of two strips which are crossing each other. Okay. The strips can be modeled as line segment. We can model them as line segment. They are the diagonals of the quadrilateral formed by their end points. Okay. So when a figure like a rectangle, right? When we join the opposite vertices. Now what are the vertices? The corner ones. When we join the opposite corners, they are opposite corners, right? And these are adjacent corners. देखो दो चीजें इसमें यूज होंगी. Adjacent, use these words earlier also, and opposite. Okay, तो इनमें फर्क है, तो ध्यान रखो. When we join the opposite lines, opposite corners, then we get diagonal. So this is called diagonal. Okay, this, so they are the diagonals of the quadrilateral formed by the endpoints. For the quadrilateral to be a rectangle, we need to answer the following question. Okay? Now we are considering this only a quadrilateral. We will prove it a rectangle by using the other properties of a rectangle. Let's figure them out. Okay. The first question that should be asked is, what is the length of the other diagonal? Right? Important. Now, what is the point of intersection? Means where they meet, right? The two diagonals which are crossing each other, where they will cut each other. So this is the second most important question. Lastly, what should be the angle between the diagonals? That means we will find out these angles. These. What are these angles? So this is the last important question. So let's answer these questions using some geometrical reasoning. Geometrical reasoning means some deductions. Okay. If that is challenging, try to measure some rectangles. Let's do the deduction portion now. Deduction. We'll start with the first question that was asked, that is, what is the length of the other diagonal? Before I start the deduction one, I want to inform you, I want to tell you about the congruences now, because we will use the property of congruence here. But before I start this, I want to tell you what is congruent. Congruent means, the word congruent means same, exact same. Okay, like photocopy, exact same. And we use these properties in triangles. In triangles, we use congruences in triangles, right? Now you will ask, ma'am, where are triangles in this rectangle, in this quadrilateral? So you can see the shaded portion here. You see the pink one? Can you see the green and the dark green, bottle green one? So just look at here. These are, and the white one also, right? These are the 4 rectangles made. Okay, fine. And there is a bigger one triangle also, A B D. Can you see that? A BD, this one. Okay, one is this, and second is ACD. These big triangles. Okay, so since ABCD is a rectangle, we have opposite sides equal to each other. AB is equals to CD. This is a rectangle. We are taking it as a rectangle. Opposite sides are equal and opposite angles are okay, opposite angles are equal. And AD is common among them. AD is common. So they are congruent. Triangles are congruent by SAS congruence. Now this might be new to some new students, right? Those who had learned this concept in class 7, it will be easy for them, but I will make you revise this thing. So I'm revising concept of congruency here. Like I have two triangles. One is BC, BC, and second is EFG. Let's say these are the two triangles, okay? When they both triangles will be congruent. See, this is a sign of congruency now. This is a sign of congruency, okay? This is a sign of congruency. When we can say these two triangles are congruent, when the corresponding sides and corresponding angles are equal. See, this angle should be equal to angle E, angle B equal to angle F, angle C equal to angle G. Similarly, AB should be equal to EF, AC equal to EG, and BC equals to F. Only then these two triangles will be called congruent. Okay. Now there are some rules of congruence. Rules क्या हैं? Under some criteria we can call them congruent when the first rule is SSS. SSS rule means side, 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 and side. When these two triangles are having all the sides equal, three sides equal, three sides होती है ना triangle में. So when we have all the three sides equal, corresponding three sides equal, now there is a word corresponding. See, this is also having a theory behind. Why corresponding? We are using why corresponding term here. See, ABC will be congruent to EFG only when it is equal to A4E, B4F, and C4G. It should be typical to them. And similarly, it should be typical for the side as well. If you are taking this one, and here you will also take this one. You can't say AB is equals to EG. Okay? That's why. This is the first rule. Second rule is SAS. SAS means side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. Now, how side, angle, side means when you have two triangles, then the angle formed between same sides, like this side is equal to this side and this side is equal to this side, and this angle in between should be equals to this angle. Only then you can say these two triangles are congruent under SAS property. Yeah? Now third property. Third property is ASA property. ASA. ASA means angle, side, angle. Okay, angle, side, angle means you have two triangles, okay, and angle, side, angle. That means two angles on the same arm, right? Like I'm taking this side equal. If this is equal to this, then both the angles made by this arm should be correspondingly equal. Only then you can say these are the last property. This is RHS. RHS property means right angle. Right angle should be there. Hypotenuse side. Hypotenuse side. So what is that now? Right angle. So for this I'm just scrolling the page. Is see if you have two triangles which you must have one right angle that should be equal. Hypotenuse should be equal. Okay, and one side, any of the side should be equal. So let's say the base value, right? Right angle, hypotenuse, side. Okay, only then you can say both the angles are equal to each other. Yeah. So this is what about the congruency. You must revise this concept. Okay. For this, I'll give you another video where I will explain the concept of congruency for the basic concepts, for the basic understanding. Yeah, let's do it now, use it now. So we are deducting the length of other diagonal. Fine. So we are using two triangles, that is ABD and ADC, two triangles, these two triangles, big one, right? And now need at least three parameters. Under three parameters, you can say that these two triangles are congruent to each other, and these parameters are the opposite sides are equal, 90-degree angle are equal, and one side is common in both the triangles. Okay, and then you can say see which property is holding here, side, angle, side. So by SAS congruence, you can say this is equal. Therefore, AC equals to BD. AC equals to BD. So this can be called by CPCT. Here a new term is introduced, CPCT. CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So when two triangles are congruent, then with the help of CPCT, you can say any of the corresponding pair equal. So you can call AC is equals to BD. That means the diagonal of rectangle are always of same length. If the length of one diagonal is 8 centimeter, so the length of other diagonal is also 8 centimeter, which is equals to other diagonal as well. Okay, so we have proof that the length of diagonals of a rectangle are equal to each other with the help of congruency rule. Here, okay, the diagonals, other diagonal length must be 8 centimeter, is verified with the help of property of construction of rectangle. Yeah, so this was a deduction of first part, that is the length of other diagonal.